What's going on, guys? It's your boy here, Razor Sharp Picks, coming at you with the Gambler's First Glance for September 9th, 2021. You know how we do it here on the Gambler's First Glance. It's where at first glance you see a play and you want to bet it without even handicapping it because it looks like an easy winner, but not so fast. After more handicapping that game, more digging into that game, we're actually on the opposite side, and that's what we're going to do here today with the Gambler's First Glance. So let's get right into it. We have the New York Mets headed to Miami to take on the Marlins in a big MLB matchup that I see as a ton of value. At first glance, you have to look at the over here, right? The Marlins pitcher, he has an ERA of 7 just himself, right? Let's lock it in. Wrong. For our Gambler's First Glance play of the day, we are taking the New York Mets, Miami Marlins under 7.5 at -105. If you look at the line movement on this, guys, we also have reverse line movement. This total opened up at 8, dropped to 7.5, yet 95% of the cash, 86% of the tickets are all on the over, yet the line is dropped down to 7.5. We have some big key trends for this game as well. The under is 8-0-1 in the Mets' last 9 when their opponent allows 2 runs or less in their previous game. The under is also 4-1-1 in the Mets' last 6 road games versus a left-handed starter. The under is 4-0 in the Marlins' last 4 games versus starter with a whip less than 1.15. And the under is 6-1 in the Marlins' last 7 versus a team with a winning record. Under is also 4-1 in the Marlins' last 5 when their opponent allows 2 runs or less in their previous game. The under is 6-2 in the Marlins' last 8 home games. The under is 7-3 in the Marlins' last 10 games as an underdog. And the under is 13-6-1 in the Marlins' last 20 Thursday games. The under is also 12-5-1 in the Mets' last 18 road games, and the under is 13-6-2 in the Mets' last 21 games overall. And the last one, under is 19-9 in the Marlins' last 28 when their opponent scored 2 runs or less in their previous game. Let's lock it in. New York Mets, Miami Marlins, under 7.5 at -105 for our Gambler's First Glance play of the day. Also, guys, make sure you check out pubsportsradio.com. Make sure you check them out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and on Twitch. Also, make sure you follow Gambler's First Glance on Twitter. Turn your notifications on. Get notified every time I release a play for a Gambler's First Glance right here on Pub Sports Radio. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Razor Sharp Picks. I cover it all: horses, MLB, NBA, NFL, NHL, college football, college basketball, UFC, and more. Let's get it. Gambler's First Glance play the day. Mets, Marlins under 7.5.